Behind these doors is the thing every Bamzooki contestant wants to get their hands on. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Bamzooki... Jake, you haven't seen the...
Bamzooki brick.
Oh.
Rich, I'm not going to let you get your hands anywhere near this. Anyway, welcome once again to a Bamzooki final. We've got 4 teams battling it out for this today, and it's time to meet the first one, who last time left it late to grab victory.
We are Double Trouble.
Talk about making it twice as difficult. Log Beast lost, Zook him off at the pass. Tough guy had a bit of a tough time in Zook Wobble. 2-0 down. And Gliding Lava, well, frankly, was a bit of an embarrassment. But when it came to the final, somehow they all pulled together, and Log Beast eventually got over the line.
You better watch out, because our Zooks are going to cause you all sorts of trouble.
So, Double Trouble. You'll be hoping to make it a double success at Bamzooki for the semi-final. Now, James, last time you were here, it wasn't a total success. You lost every contest before the final. What do you think helped you to win through in the final?
Just teamwork.
And Daniel, what do you think you learned last time?
Well, to put which Zook in which contest. So, like, for Zook Wobble, we should have put Fat Big, because he's very strong.
And which Zook do you think you're going to put forward for your Uber Zook build, James?
Gliding Lava.
Well, don't make any decisions about your Uber Zook just yet, not until you've seen the semi-final anyway. And it's now time to meet your opponents. And I'm afraid to say, when they were here last time, they didn't lose their 3 contests.
Do you know why we're called the JS Squad?
Ah, I get it. Clever.
The JS Squad!
And it was a pretty bright performance from Stinger in Season Freeze. Datex threw it away, though, in a thrilling Zook 'em down. But Omnicom gave them the lead once again in Zook Marbles. And when it came to the final, perfect teamwork ensured a place here today.
Well, here we go again then, lads. Right, hands up, who's nervous? Oh, Sam, yeah, I thought for a minute there you were feeling really confident. Now, last time that you were here, you had a bit of a problem with accuracy, mainly in Zook 'em down. What are you going to do to correct that this time around?
Well, could, like, change the turning sharpness or something. It was mainly because he had things on his back that were too heavy for him.
OK, and Jack, which Zook will you use to make your Uber Zook, do you think?
Probably Omnicom.
OK, well, don't make the decision just yet, because first we've got to see what's happening in semi-final 1. OK, lads, Zook Slab Dash is the first challenge for your Uber Zooks today. Now, when designing your Uber Zooks, think about this contest, but also keep one eye on the final as well. They've got to be able to cope with both. Now, as for this, you've got to race along, touch this wall in the centre, then get back to the start again, and then repeat the challenge over and over. But every time you touch the wall, a slab just like that in front of Nosy will drop down, making it harder. The better you are, the more difficult it's going to be. Think carefully and design an Uber Zook. Go on.
Well, both teams have given us a clue as to who they're going to modify. Let's see how they get on. Well, Double Trouble have chosen Gliding Lava. Interesting choice. Not the quickest Zook in the world. Well, he can deal with obstacles.
I think we need...
Reducing turning smoothness. Quite subtle changes. Let's have a look at how the JS Squad are getting on. As they said, gone for Omnicom. Adjusting his front end.
Trying to enhance all the Zooks.
Giving him a self-righting mechanism. Paint job. Yeah, looks pretty quick. So who have we got? Well, it was Gliding Lava, but now it's Flybait for Double Trouble, and this is Rock Omnicom.
Cheers, mate. Now, Jack, give me your first impressions of your opposing Zook Flybait.
It looks cool, but I don't know how it works.
We'll have to find out. Double Trouble. Feeling nervous?
A little bit.
OK, I can imagine. Well, let's do it. Time for the first semi-final.
3, 2, 1.
And off they go, and straight away, Rock Omnicom. He's a quick Zook. And what about Flybait? Well, is he going to be quick enough? Maybe he's taking the tortoise and hare approach. In the meantime, Rock Omnicom has got his second block. Bang! There it is. And he looks like he's strong enough to get over them. Got a little bit caught there, but he's doing well. Flybait just about to get his first Slab, here it comes. Look out, there it is. He's got one. Rock-on-the-com's got three. I really can't see this going any other way but that of the JS squad. We're counting down now, only a few seconds left. Here comes the klaxon. It's going to be all over. There it is. JS squad are through.
Double trouble. I'm so sorry. Flybait was absolutely fantastic, just phenomenally slow. And as for the JS squad, congratulations, boys. You're in the final. Yes. Are you over the moon?
Yeah.
What a great Uberzook Rock Omnicom was. We'll have to wait and see whether he manages to cope with the final a bit later on. But you're there, so congratulations. And it's now time to meet a team that you might be up against. Last time they were here on Bamzooki, they certainly kicked the opposition into touch.
We believe in accuracy and precision.
We are the Northeast Whiz Kids!
And their Zooks took no prisoners. XYZ winning Danger Zook. Grip continued the trend with a low score in Ready Steady Zook. That's a good thing. And Tyre won Zook Cubes with ease. When it came to the final, their 3-second advantage was just too much for the opposition. Welcome back, Whiz Kids!
So, boys, you're back for more, and I'm not surprised, considering that you've actually never lost at Bamzooki, which is amazing. Now, Glenn, what do you think is the secret to your success? Top designs or the right decisions?
Well, I think it's the right decisions, because if you don't have the right Zooks for the right parts, then it'll all just go to bits.
Today you've got an even bigger decision. You've got to design an Uberzook. Luke, what sort of qualities do you think an Uberzook needs?
Add more legs to make it faster.
And any idea which of your Zooks you might change into an Uberzook?
XYZ.
OK, well, we'll see if you change your mind when you see what your semi-final is. But before we go any further, let's meet your team. And I'm afraid to say they don't boast the same success as these boys.
We called ourselves the Metallic Rangers because it sounded quite a scary name.
But they didn't frighten the opposition at first. Squishy lost. As did Red Devil in a very close China shot. Dark Demolisher saved some face in Free Lily. But when it came to the final, it was all change. And the Metallic Rangers took a place here today.
Metallic Rangers, what a great performance in the final when you were here last time. To lose 2 and still win is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I thought Dark Demolisher did it for us, really, because he won that last contest.
And would you both agree that Dark Demolisher is your favourite Zook?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Joseph, what do you think the skills are that an Uberzook needs?
Well, you need speed and, like, aim, so it can hit the things it wants to hit.
OK, well, before you make the final decision about your Uberzook, let's find out what's going to be happening in our second semi-final. Now, for our second semi-final, we have got a Bamzooki classic for you. You all know that this is Zook tag. Now, the aim of this one is obviously to tag the target more than your opponent. For that, you need speed and a little bit of agility. But this is my tip for you teams, OK? Don't think just about Zook tag and forget about the grand final, because if you do, your Zook will be great at this, but you may come a cropper when you get through to the next round. So really think carefully and go and design your Uberzooks. Go on.
Well, the Northeast Whiz Kids hinted they may choose XYZ for modification. Let's have a look. Indeed, they have. New paint job there. And some additions to the front end.
It's really bad at turning now, though.
Increased its turning ability. Tiny adjustments, but looking good. Meanwhile, Metallic Rangers. Well, that looked like Dark Demolisher. Adding a tail. 2 tails. Big buffers at the front. Looking pretty good. Well, what have we got? It was XYZ. Now it's Nuke for the Whiz Kids. Meanwhile, in red, Dark Shadow Lord.
Cheers, Rich. So, the Zooks are right here on the table. Now, Metallic Rangers, are you at all worried that your opponents have got a whole brain more than you to come up with their Uberzook design?
Not really, because we've both had the same amount of time to make our Uberzook, so not really.
So you think it's all square?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Best of luck to both teams. Let's do it. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Nuke up against Dark Shadow Lord, who takes an early lead. And in fact, it's 2-0 now to Dark Shadow Lord, and that's 3. A great start. Hey, Nuke's back in it. The Northeast Whiz Kids Really need him to pull a few more scores out now, because Red is stretching into the lead. Oh, it's 5-1 now. 5-1 to Dark Shadow Lord, but he seems to have got a bit caught up there. Can Nuke make use of this? It's now. Oh, who's going to get this one? Oh, that is close. Oh, but it's 6-2 now to Dark Shadow Lord. But hey, a couple of quick scores there. Hey, he's getting back into this. This is getting closer. Oh, no, look. Oh, my goodness. Dark Shadow Lord has got caught on the edge. And he's off the table. Oh, no, he needs one more score and it's all over. 8-7. That is Nuke.
Metallic Warriors, do you know what, guys? That was so close until he zooked fell off the table, and we'll just never know what's going to happen. God, your heart's racing. Unlucky, but really well done. Thanks so much for coming down. Gentlemen, you in the grand final? Yes! Congratulations. Zook is a phenomenal Uber Zook, but the big question is, how will he cope with what we've got lined up for him a bit later on? We'll just have to wait and see, because, of course, you're up against the JS squad, so you get your breath back. And while they do that, I want you guys to check all these out, because if you pop onto the website, you will see that you've been sending out hundreds of lilies to us here at Bamzooki. You may be wondering what lily is. Well, it's a Zook designed by Sophie from CBBC, and these are your versions. Have a look.
Oh, there's Lily. Oh, no, hang on. That's Lily. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's Lily. Is that Lily? Has anybody seen Lily? Oh, there's Lily. Who's that, then?
This is it, today's Bamzooki Grand Final that the Uber Zooks have been especially designed for, and this is such a difficult course. They've got to deal with boxes, they've got to deal with a slalom, they've got those massive boulders to contend with, and I love the poles up the end. Each of them has got a ball on the top. Touch the pole, the ball falls off and causes you all kinds of problems. Now, Rich, we've got to know the Uber Zooks, but just for one last time, introduce us.
Well, in the green corner, give me an N, give me an E, give me a W, give me a K. What have you got? Nuke. And in the red corner, give me an R, give me an O, give me a K. I tell you what, this is going to take ages. Rock on the com.
Now, Sam, from the JS squad, you're up against a team who have never lost before. Are you going to win?
Yeah.
Good lad, nice and confident. Let's do it. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, this is where the talking stops. Unless you're me. And it's where the talking starts. And straight away, Rock Omnicom has got into an early lead. He's into the balls on pole. And Nuke has got himself stuck. Rock Omnicom now stretching his lead. Oh, he was hit by the boulders then, but he's still well in the lead. But finally, Nuke is free and catching up. And somehow they're both in the doors. Rock Omnicom just ahead. Can he get through? He slaloms between the boulders. Oh, Nuke is stuck. Rock Omnicom does a little swirl of delight. And over the line, they've done it.
Northeast Whiz Kids, you won every single round apart from the grand final. I mean, one of the best records we've ever seen here on Bamzooki. You just fell short at the final hurdle. But congratulations, some amazing Zooks. And I've never heard someone shout so loud. And there's your reward, your very own Bamzooki brick. There you go, let's pass those down. You had some amazing Zooks, some phenomenal designs, and you came through at the end there. Are you happy?
Yeah.
You look really happy, congratulations. And if that's inspired you, then get hold of your Zook kit right now, load it up, and start building your very own Zooks. You can find it on our website, bbc.co.uk/cbbc, and I'll see you next time for some more Bamzooki. Say goodbye, Rich.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Another classic Bamzooki final. And if you're looking for more, the next heat right now. Bamzooki is proud to present the world's first televised Zook jump. Nosy will attempt to jump over 14 double-decker buses.
Fantastic. Come on then, Rich. Impress me.
Come on then, Nosy. Go on, Nosy.
Go on,
Go
son.
on, Nosy. Ooh.
Ooh. Ow, Rich, that looks painful. Why did you go for 14?
Well, 13 would be unlucky, wouldn't it, Jake?
Yeah. Right, let's crack on with today's show and meet our first team, and hopefully they'll have a bit more luck than Nosy. Are you all right?
He's as swift as the wind. His name is Odin. We found that Odin is very good at hurdles, seeing that he's not very high. There's only about 3 or 4 different IK points in each movement sequence.
She's as solid as rock. Her name is Gaia.
She's quite fast, even though she hasn't got 4 legs, but she's also very strong.
I like the way she looks like a little piglet.
He's as fast as fire. His name is Vulcan.
It's the fastest of our Zooks, and it's got very good turning.
He's as powerful as water.
His name is Neptune. We made his legs close together so the opponent's Zooks would not be able to get underneath him. If we had a high IK point on it, it would go wobbly, so we had to have them quite low down.
All Zooks will rule Bamzooki!
And their basic elements are Neptune, Gaia, Odin, and lining up last for the elementals, it's Vulcan.
Well, let's take a look at these Zooks team, because I've never seen kind of 4 Zooks that look so different. I think, first of all, Neptune has got the most phenomenal legs I've ever seen. Tell me your thinking behind that, Charlie.
We designed him to look like a giant daddy long legs, because we thought spiders don't often fall over.
This is a Zook that really interests me. I think, are they big ears on the side? Is that the deal there, Joshua?
Yeah, it's supposed to look like, whatever you call it, an elephant, a piggy.
Maddie, which is your favourite?
I like Neptune.
You like Neptune? I think I quite like Neptune as well. And are you confident of victory today?
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Well, it's now time to meet your opponents, and they think they've got the fastest Zooks in the north, east, south and the west.
Howdy, we're the Hotheads. Don't mess with us. We got the fastest Zooks in the west.
You'll never catch up with him. He'll run you out of town.
Stripe Speed is fast because his legs move pretty quickly. What he does is his back legs push off and he rears like a horse and jumps through the air. He used to flip over a bit, so what I did is I put him tail on the back, so if he fell backwards, it will push him back forwards. We put more legs on Zip because it would give it more power so it can move on quicker. It's called Zip because it zips like the speed of light.
Stripe's just the strongest Zook because of his arms.
And kind of punches.
We coloured him lava-like, so he looks really angry. The mirror tool was very helpful because it helped us get the legs in place, and otherwise he would have flipped over.
Are you scared? You should be. We're ready for you.
See you at the showdown.
And hoping to be quick on the draw is Stripe Speed, Destructor, Zip, and Mover.
So, boys, your Zooks seem to have a little bit of everything. Power, speed, strength. But what about Mover? What's his special skill?
When I designed him first, he was kind of meant to be the stable one, but then when we modified his legs and moved his body shape a little bit, he kind of turned into a strong and quick person at the same time.
Are you quite proud of him? Is he your favourite Zook?
No, not really, because Stripe Speed was meant to be an all-rounder.
OK, is there anything that we've got, do you think, that Stripe Speed couldn't cope with?
Not really, no. I think he can cope with everything.
And what do you think of your opponent's Zooks?
The rubbish.
Rubbish, OK. Nice, I won't tell him you said that. Right, well, it's time to get on with the show. This is the first contest for both the Hotheads and the Elementals. Right, listen up, teams. The primary quality for your Zook here is speed. You've got to get to the end before your opponent, but aim is also something you've really got to consider here, because the Zooks set off just like that. They've got to touch the pads, which then open the barriers, but it won't just open the barrier for your Zook, it'll open it for your opponent as well. So tactics are really important. Teams, pick your first Zook.
I love this bit. They've done the building, but now comes the agonising decision-making.
And Vulcan's got really good turning and he's fast.
If they had a quicker one,
Yeah.
they could easily go past it.
Yeah.
Odin and Vulcan could easily get under his legs.
Go for Mover.
Yeah. I think so. It's Vulcan.
Yeah.
OK. I'll choose him.
Back you come, teams.
Well, the Elementals have gone for Vulcan, the god of fire. Or is he named after that pointy-eared bloke off Star Trek? Talking of Star Trek, the Reds will be hoping Mover can beam them up some points.
Cheers, Rich. Very nice. Now, Elementals, your Zooks have been described as rubbish today. What's your reaction to that?
Their Zooks are OK, but our ones are better.
OK, well, the teams have had their say. I think it's time to let the Zooks do the talking. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, neither of these Zooks is the biggest in the world, but perhaps that is to their advantage. And look at this. Great start here from Vulcan. He's through the 2 barriers, and this is, well, that is over before it's begun. Easy.
I think that's what you call a convincing victory there by Vulcan, and it looks to me like Mover is not moving anywhere at all. He's just hovering here. Tom, what was the problem?
I think he wasn't fast enough for this event.
I think you're probably right. Best of luck in the next contest, and it's 1-0 to the Elementals as we get on with round 2. Now, teams, you've all seen the show before. Come on, Zouk Sumo, you know exactly how this works, but I'll just give you one little word of warning. As soon as teams see this, go on, Bernard, give it some, my son, they automatically think about strength. But it's not just about strength. Also consider manoeuvrability, because you've got to get out your opponent's way when they're coming at you. Teams, it's time for your second selection.
You'd have thought a simple game would mean a simple decision. Let's see.
What about strike speed?
If they had a big Zook, then Odin could get under their legs.
You know, strike speed rears
Knock
up.
him over.
He'd knock him off.
Use Gaia. She's got the pincers.
I think Zip.
I think we should actually go for Gaia.
Yeah, Zip.
Interesting matchup. Let's go, teams.
Well, continuing the element theme, we've got God of the Earth lining up for the Elementals. That's Gaia. Meanwhile, the Reds will be hoping Zip won't get caught.
Cheers, Rich. Now, I have to say, teams, looking at these Zooks, they look so closely matched in terms of size, but as always, the only way to see how they're going to get on is to test them out. So let's do just that. Let's start the countdown. 3, 2, 1...
Well, as Jake says, these are 2 pretty evenly matched Zooks, but oh goodness me! Gaia, the God of the Earth, is on his back. That's not a very godlike position at all to be found in, and Zip has got a great opportunity to get a point here for the Hotheads. All he's got to do is push him off. Gaia is not getting back on his feet. There is a danger, though, of course, that Zip could be flipped over. We have seen that happen before in previous contests. But Gaia is getting closer and closer to the edge. Surely this is a point for the Hotheads. Come on, Zip. Only a couple of centimetres to go. It's raised, gone. It's 1-1.
Well, once Gaia went upside down, there was only going to be one winner. Joshua, I know that you were confident about his stability, but it was a bit misplaced. What was the problem?
Well, I think the things coming out the side made it flip upside down.
All right, well, unlucky, and it does mean that it's 1-1 as we start the third contest. OK, teams, check out what's happening here, right? Nosy is about to try and tag that target as many times as he can before Bernard pushes this massive boulder up to the end of this. Now, you really need to think about this one carefully, because yes, your Zook needs masses of strength for pushing the boulder, but also speed and manoeuvrability for the tag part. Your Zooks are going to tackle both of them, so pick another Zook. Go on.
It doesn't get any easier for these teams, does it?
If they use Odin, we're stuck, aren't we?
Odin would be very fast and manoeuvrable.
The Destructor can do it, because he is quite fast, and he has an excellent pushing ability.
Neptune's got good pushing power.
No, let's not do that. We should use Destructor. Yeah, strike speed. Everyone agrees with that?
Yeah, Neptune.
Time for another contest, teams. Let's do it.
Couple of interesting looking Zooks here. We've got Neptune, God of the Sea, but it doesn't look like the God of the Sea to me, more like a genetically modified hedgehog. Meanwhile, in the red corner, he's got Stripes. He's speedy. It's Stripe Speed.
Thank you, Rich. Now, it's a good job that Neptune has got a lot of shoulders, because all the pressure is on those shoulders right now. He's the one that's got to score the point, and Stripe Speed has got to try and stop him by racing to the end. Teams, good luck. Let's start the countdown. 3, 2, 1...
Off they go, and straight away a good point there for Neptune, and he makes his way, and that's 2. And what is Stripe Speed doing? He's facing completely the wrong way as Neptune gets his 3rd. This is looking too easy for the Elementals. And as Neptune gets his 4th, now Stripe Speed's going, and it's a straight race to the finish. Who's going to get there first? Oh, it looks like Neptune will. He gets 5, but will he get his 6? It's going to be close. Oh, yes, he does. 6 scored.
6 is very good, not bad by Neptune. Unfortunately, it took Stripe Speed forever to get going. Let's see if he's better at tagging the targets. Let's go. Let's start the countdown. 3, 2, 1...
Well, Stripe Speed here needs to get at least 7 of these little blobs if he is going to defeat Neptune. But Neptune has got off to a brilliant start. And as Stripe Speed gets his 4th, I'm afraid it's all over. 2-1 to the Elementals.
Hotheads, I know that Striped Speed was probably your favourite Zook. Unfortunately, he was a bit more striped than Speed in the end, so unlucky. And congratulations, Elementals, another victory for you. And that means that the Elementals are taking the lead into today's final. Well, this is it. Teams, listen up, because right in front of you is today's final. And as you can see, it's split into 4 very distinct stages, all of them requiring different skills from your Zooks. Now, really think about what your Zooks have done today and what you've learned from that, and then try and work out which Zook you're going to give which challenge. Teams, have a think about that while I chat to you, Rich, because I'm loving these lap leaderboard challenges, aren't you?
And they're getting better, Jake. You know, we've already had Chappers from Radio 1. Now, here's his mate, Scott Mills.
Madam Mayhem!
He's keen.
OK, finishing touches. I've just changed the shape. I'm about to change the legs. OK, I'm ready to take over the world, and I'm going to beat you, Chappers. This is going to be awesome. 3, 2, 1... and I'm off! Come on! Left, 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 left. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! 21.4 seconds. How did I do?
Well, I'm glad you're sitting down, Scott. I'm afraid it's only good enough for 10th place.
Rubbish. I haven't beaten Chappers, and I really said I was going to. I'm going to get teased about this all week.
Not a bad Zook, Scott, but equally not the best, was it? Mind you, we have got 4 fantastic Zooks on the table right now for the final. Rich, talk us through them.
Well, first up for the Elementals, we've just seen him, it's Neptune. He lines up against Zip. 2nd leg, it's Gaia against Mover. 3rd leg, it's Vulcan up against Destruction. We've not seen him before. The final leg, it's Odin. He's new against Stripe Speed.
Cheers, Rich. Now, teams, the very best of luck. Don't forget, Elementals, you've got a 1-second lead into this final. Will it be enough? Let's find out. Let's go.
3, 2, 1...
Off goes Neptune with that narrow 1-second advantage. Can he make it pay? He makes his way to tag Gaia, but what is happened for the Hotheads? Where's Zip? Well, here he comes. Here he is trying to tag Mover, but he's getting caught on that block. Really not making much progress, but there, he's tagged, and here come Mover and Gaia together over the barrier. Fantastic. They both tag their next Zook, but look, it's Vulcan through to tag Odin. What a tremendous performance from the Elementals. They've done it.
That was a phenomenally close final. I'm really sorry, Hotheads, but in the end it was Destructor that destroyed your chances by getting caught out here by the sliding door, but some fantastic Zooks. Elementals, you've won!
Yes!
Really good performance from start to finish. You're coming back for the semi-final, and you've got your hands on your very own Bamzooki pictures, so there you go. You can enjoy those. And if you're sat at home thinking, I want to get designing a Zook, I want to get involved, then you can do. Log on to our website, bbc.co.uk/CBBC. Click on what is Bamzooki, and Rich and I will guide you through. Rich, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Would you try a salad if it was made of dandelion leaves and roast